All right, the win streak is now 9. This is the Hoops Nerd postgame show. The Jazz are really, really good. And tonight probably showed it more than any of the other nights in the last, 9 games in this entire season. Even with like the Bucks win, the Nuggets win, this win showed a lot for the Utah Jazz. Let's talk about the Knicks. They're my number 2, guys. I'm rooting for this team, except for when they're playing against the Jazz. I really like what this Knicks team is doing, and I think this Knicks team is showing what happens when you bring in a culture. I don't know if Tibbs is the greatest culture, but it is a culture, and it's like what it is just play hard, gritty toughness. Like there was at one point in the first half when you heard just Tibbs. I mean, you heard him throughout the game, but there was one point you could just make out what he's saying. Go get him! Go get him! Go get him! Blah, 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 blah. And you can hear that just like that troll voice, kind of like something that's out of your nightmares from something that comes from under a bridge and then it wears a mask and has a weird little tuft of hair. That's what he brings to the Knicks. He brings like toughness and fear, and this Knicks team plays hard. And they have some nice talent that they can now build around. I really like RJ Barrett. I think he has a chance to be really good. Tibbs plays him 40 minutes tonight. They were like giving everything they had. But tonight, RJ Barrett was 7 for 11 from the field. He was also, 3 for 3 from 3. He's turning into a really nice player, a nice wing that can, if they get some other pieces. And honestly, the guy I was really excited to watch tonight was Emmanuel Quickley. He had a tough night. Some of that might have been the Gobert effect, and some of that was he was just missing shots. But I really just think he's the future of that team at the guard spot. He has, we've seen what he can do this year, and he has, sky high potential. He's one of those guys that just might be the steal of the draft. Maybe he's their Donovan Mitchell. But they need to give him more time, and that might be tough with Tibbs because he rewards hard work and vets and things like that. So Quickly just is going to have to work his way in, and maybe that's a good thing because tonight he struggled. But on nights where he, plays really well, he makes that Knicks team really good, and he's been on a tear lately. I'm rooting for him to just get the starting spot. But you know what? Julius Randle's having a career year tonight. Did not have as good a night as he did the first time the Knicks beat the Jazz, but he's still pretty solid. He just Randle just looks like he's tough. Like he just looks like when you run into him, it hurts. He looks strong, and he's just kind of a Tibbs type player. And maybe that's the identity of the Knicks now, is just like toughness and grit. And if you play hard and you play with grit and you defend, you can be on this Knicks team. And you know what? It's not surprising they're winning all these games. I think they're around 500. I can't remember exactly what the Knicks are, but they've been very surprising this year. I like Obi Toppin. I think he has a chance to be nice. He kind of reminds me a little bit. He looks like right now, and maybe he gets even better and better, but he reminds me of Amari Stoudemire light. So they've got some nice players. Mitchell Robinson's really solid too. Tonight, 3 for 4 from the field, 7 rebounds. He went up against Gobert though, and that's always tough to judge someone when they go against Gobert because, Gobert is Gobert. He makes people look bad. So, don't judge Mitchell Robinson by tonight, but overall, he's very solid. So this Knicks team is fun. I'm rooting for the Knicks. I think they have some really nice pieces. I'm really hoping Quickly becomes that guy for them so that they can get to that next level and be just kind of that perennial Eastern playoff team, because it's fun when the Knicks are good. It's just fun. Let's talk about the Jazz. What a terrible start to this game for Utah. I think between Royce, Donovan, and Bogey, they were 0 for 16 from 3, and I can't remember if that's from the field or from 3. I think it was from 3 for the game. Bojan Bogdanovic had just a horrendous night. 2 for 10 from the field, 2 for 7 from 3. At least you got 2 threes out of him. He struggled mightily. Donovan Mitchell struggled. This was one of those, those nights where Donovan just, the ball is just not going in for him. And you just say, you know what, Donovan, you've got to find ways to impact the game. And he did. 8 rebounds, 3 assists. It's that dumb thing that TNT was talking about. But 9 points for Donovan, easily his worst night of the year, or one of. I don't know. It's probably the worst night. But just a really bad night for Donovan Mitchell. So considering that type of start that the Jazz had, where Donovan Mitchell played this poorly on the offensive end, he did rebound the ball. 8 rebounds is big time. +1 for the game. In a game where Donovan Mitchell was just, and he's the Jazz's best offensive player. When he's clicking, he's electric. Mike Conley figured it out the second half. But in a game like this where the Jazz were just getting nothing from Bogey and Donovan Mitchell, and they find a way to win, and they win relatively big. Tonight they win by like double digits. If you wanted a game to show how good Rudy Gobert is, this is the game to show, because the Jazz really, in a lot of, they don't win this game last year with all their issues and chemistry problems and all the different things going on in that locker room and all the different agendas and things, whatever. They don't win this game last year. This year, this shows this team is locked in. They had a bad start. They looked, I don't know if it's tired. And come on, Quinn, can we have a team? Can we have the Jazz show up after 2 practices and not have dead legs? Is that something we could actually have? Because it's getting annoying, and you can go look at the numbers. The Jazz, after 2 days of rest, don't play well. And Quinn needs to cut that out. That's annoying. Stop wearing the players out when they should be rested. All right? It's annoying. That's dumb. Don't do that. But the Jazz come in, they look just dead legged. They look tired. They look not ready. How are they out of the sink this much after 2 days off? Honestly, someone tell me, because I want to know the answer to that. It's annoying. But anyways, they come in, they look terrible. They can't hit shots. They look just awful. And they find a way to win. And it's because Rudy Gobert was an absolute beast. He kept them in this game from start to finish. Rudy Gobert, his presence, was big time. In the first half, it really was like the Austin Rivers show, and he went off for 25. Second half, he didn't score. And that's big. Number 2 most important player was Royce ONeil. But first, just Rudy Gobert is just a dominant force in the league. 8 for 13. He would have had a better percentage had he not done some of the, back down plays. I kind of hate when Rudy backs down. Just pass it out to a 3-point shooter. That's what this Jazz team is. And he's been doing that. 19 rebounds, 18 points, 4 blocked shots, 0 turnovers, 2 assists for Rudy Gobert. That is just epic stuff. And he is the reason the Jazz won this game. The other reason, Royce ONeil, who was 7 for 12, career high 20 points for Royce ONeil. Leading scorer, Royce ONeil, 20 points. Let's see, 6 rebounds, 2 assists for Royce. He was a beast. Royce ONeil is just flourishing. He's just getting more and more confident. He's shooting the ball. He was the only one hitting. I mean, when Donovan, Conley, Bogey were 0 for 16, Royce was the one hitting shots. He was the only one. And he scores 20 points this game. He's really flourishing. This is a fun player to root for, because he's that guy that worked his way in and is doing great. Looks amazing. I love it. Royce ONeil looks fantastic, guys, and he is just taking a step. And it's one of those things. That's how you get to that next level. Mike Conley took a step this year. He looks more comfortable. He's figured it out. So the third quarter, Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert really kind of took over. Jordan Clarkson as well. Jordan Clarkson, by the way, he has been just so consistent this year. Jordan Clarkson tonight, in a game where just no one could find a way to score, still scores 13 points. His 3-point shot was not as good tonight, 2 for 10. But his scoring is just something that keeps the Jazz in it. And his ability to just go get a bucket when everything is going badly is a big deal. He is just an epic part of this. But having Royce ONeil take a step, having Jordan Clarkson take a step, Mike Conley has taken a step, and Rudy Gobert looks more like he understands what he just needs to do. He understands what he needs not to do. Tonight he did a little bit of that, because I think he could just feel the Jazz struggling, and it won them the game. And now it's 9 straight, and the Jazz are just up there, and I don't know if they're tied for first, but they're right up there with the Clippers and the Lakers, and have a chance to be just top 3 seed in the playoffs, if not 1 or 2, if they can just keep this winning up. I really can't wait to watch the Jazz play the Lakers. I want to see them beat the Clippers again. That would be nice to see. And I want to see them just continue to play like this. Don't let the streak die. Keep it going. Keep playing like this. A streak like this can get this team to really keep this momentum up, because now you're at 9. They want to get 10. Who doesn't want to get 10 in a row? It's great. This team's rolling, guys. And a night like this, when everything went wrong and they still found a way to win, and win by double digits, pretty impressive stuff. This Jazz team is really, really good. One of the best in the league. I would say number 2 in the league right now. I think the Lakers are still up there, and I don't want to put them above the Lakers until we play them and beat them. They're the champs, so you can't beat the champs unless you, beat them. There's your analysis. But anyways, this Jazz team is amazing. Guys, I am so close. I just got approved for memberships. Approved! The tiers are ready. The images are ready. I just got to make like a video or two, a welcome thing. I got to get some stuff for you guys, things for you to join and join the channel. It's going to be great. Join the channel when it goes live. It'll be soon. I will let you know. It would be amazing to do that. I'm literally changing around my house so I can get these live streams because they're more fun. They upload quicker. They actually get more views in a lot of ways because of the timeliness, and they're more fun. So we're going to be doing that. Memberships are coming. Everything's going to go smooth, I hope, probably, hopefully more smooth than the Jazz first half of this game. Guys, like and subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about the channel on social media, everywhere. I will talk to you later.